Okay, so we have made it down to the shore, and yeah, Charcoal decided to he wanted to stay down here, and I noticed that it is super shady, so super cool. And you know what? I mean, I don't want to say it because I'll jinx it, but I'm going to say it anyways. There is a slight breeze, so it is super cool. But yeah, dogs tend to be so smart, you know. Maybe I should just let them lead from now on. Actually, I have done that in the past, and they will lead me to really obscure trails. Like, basically, they are animal trails, and not really fit for human. And so I'm literally bushwhacking my way. So yeah, just kidding for them to lead me. But yeah, like they know where to hang out. Like Charcoal was like, no, I don't want to go back up there to the bank, on top of the bank. I like to stay down by the river because it's cool. Good job, Charcoal. And honestly, like because I don't frequent this park as much as I do with Buena Vista. So like with Buena Vista, I know what time it gets shady. So, yeah, because it depends like which way the river's winding and which way the sun is shining down on, right? Like all those different factors. Because obviously the river doesn't go straight; it kind of winds, and yeah, so it's different for every park. Yeah, so see where like Rue is right now. Like yesterday, that was kind of where Benji was, and like see, Rue will turn back and she knows, whereas Benji just like kept going. And like I called him and he didn't respond. He probably just didn't hear me, and yeah, it was kind of weird. But anyways, so I was like, yeah, you know, if he's to stay with me, I really need to train him to check back on me, because I can't just have him kind of go way too far ahead to the point where he can't hear me, and then he just kind of wanders off thinking we're ahead instead. Are you okay, Hazel? Oh, Murphy's like, oh, I want to go back up. Okay, Murph. But he will end up coming back down because we're staying down here. I don't want to keep scaling banks. I'm not as agile and young as these pups. Good boy, Murph. Good boy, Chewy. Somebody's like fishing over there, I think. I see this camera, you can totally like spy on people, you know, not that that's my intention. I love the camera for just videoing the dogs. Yeah, and like Rue's gone. Oh, I was gonna say she went up the bank and she knows to come back down. Yeah, I think I honestly, I think that's kind of what I've come to realize is like my services are best suited for dogs that A, love nature, and B, have that outdoor experience, because I kind of need that, because I know I took a dog that didn't, and that was the dog that like decided to go down that bank or cliff. And I mean, he was perfectly fine. Like I think the same thing kind of happened. Like he just kind of let himself slide, and it was this giant rock sticking out that stopped him. But anyways, yeah. So, hey, yeah, I learned a ton of things along the way. Yeah, like you know what I don't understand are trainers that are against this. It's like, how are you against letting the dogs have an adventure out here? Letting them practice all the skills they learn, you know, like recall and I don't know, just utilizing utilizing all their senses. It just helps them. It helps to bring out the best in them, I find. Like they're animals, you know. They need to come out here and explore and have an adventure and decide what's safe or not, and decide how to maneuver in bush and rocky shores and all that good stuff that keeps life interesting and challenging. Yeah, I always go rant about how great and amazing the great outdoors is. Because it is. Yeah, I cannot imagine doing this and having to walk these dogs on leash. Oh, look at Rue. Good girl, Rue. Rue is just swimming. Good girl, Rue. Yeah, I love seeing like dogs just like swimming for the heck of it. I'm sure she thought something was out there, but you know. And the thing is, they know. Like I've seen Hazel, for example, and even Rue actually, where like I'm out there and they're out there, and when they reach a certain point where they're like, okay, I think I've had enough, they will swim themselves to the shore. So like that's kind of the amazing thing about them, is like most of them have this innate thing, you know, like I find I've lost a lot of that, but like supposedly we just have this innate knowledge of like when something's dangerous. Whoops. Yeah. And they seem to know that. Like they seem to be aware of that for the most part. And like I said, unless, you know, it's the ones that like have been home for like 5 years and never gone out here, and then all of a sudden they're brought out here, and then it gets tough for them because everything's just too new, and yeah, they don't have that experience. So whereas most of these dogs have been to off-leash parks and trail walking and stuff like that. So good job, guys. Good girl, Rue. Good girl. Rue's a hunter. Like she's super fit. So yesterday I figured out why she scaled the wall. She was scaling the wall because there were birds nesting in those holes on the bank. So that was kind of cool. Okay. Good job, guys. Okay, so it's Chewy that we haven't. Oh, and there he is. So it's Chewy that I should be calling out now, and there he is. He shows up. Good job, Chewy. Good boy, buddy. Good job, guys.